Hello crafty cuties and welcome. If you're new, I'm Jessica. You can probably expect we have a lot to talk about today. I'm going to talk about 10 essentials that I think you need for card making. Now please keep in mind this is all just based on my experience, what I use in card making, and I really think you can probably do with much less than what I'm showing, but I think this would be a great card making kit to have if you plan to get serious about card making. So we're just gonna hop right in. So number one is going to be cardstock or some good thick paper. I prefer Recollections. This is a brand new pack here, and I would suggest just having white cardstock on hand just for starting out. However, this is really inexpensive. You can get these packs for $2. So if you think you're gonna get serious about it, why not stock up on some basic colors? I think that gray, black, and white are good to have, but just white is a good starting point. So I like to have a good strong cardstock. Now this is just a 65 pound. Recollections also makes 110, which would probably be better for the base of a card, but I'm usually layering, so I do like the 65 pound. Now I also like to have mixed media paper on hand. This isn't necessary, but if you think you are going to do stamping, watercoloring, painting, any type of Copic coloring or marker coloring, I definitely prefer mixed media paper over just watercolor paper, and then you need some Bristol paper for this and that. The thing with mixed media paper is that you can do all types of things on this paper, and it's really thick as well, so I do love this mixed media paper. Number two is a paper trimmer. I have this one right here from Recollections, and I don't think it's the best paper trimmer, but it works, it does the job, and this is going to be a lot easier if you're making your own card bases because it's going to have a ruler on the top so you can easily and quickly cut your card bases. Now number three is going to be a scoreboard, and as you can see I have a paper trimmer and scoreboard in one, which is really nice and handy. But whatever you can get your hands on, I definitely think a scoreboard is another necessity kind of thing, just because it's going to help you get straight lines for folding your cards, and you would be surprised how much you actually use a scoreboard in card making. Number four is a small pair of scissors. I really enjoy these Fiskars scissors here because they are non-stick, which really makes a difference. They are small and they cut really nice. Number five is going to be a good adhesive. Now, of course, there are many types of adhesive. We could do an entire video on this, to be honest, but I would say having at least a small variety on hand would be beneficial to you, because depending on what you are going to be adhering to your card, you may want to use a different adhesive. So I always like to have a nice wet glue, and I like the Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. I find that I can use this for almost anything. I like to have a nice paper or dry adhesive, and I know there's a ton of nice rollers, but those run out so quick for me. So I really enjoy this Scor tape. It's a double-sided tape. It is quick because you basically pull off what you need and you can just rip it off, and it's permanent. It's really nice. So depending if you want a repositional adhesive or not, I really enjoy this one. And then definitely a foam tape, I would say, is another thing that I would think that you might need, because you are probably going to want some dimension in a lot of your cards, and I actually like the full sheets of foam tape, but this is just what I have right now, and this works as well. Number six is some clear sequins. I guarantee you are probably going to want to add sequins to almost all of your cards. Yeah, they're not a necessity, but they add a lot to a card, and it's kind of a nice way to finish off your cards. And having clear is going to be easy because you can use this on any color or type of card. These are from Cartwright's, and I like that there are different sizes. I actually made this mix here. Simon Says Stamps carries a similar mix where there's different sizes, but Cartwright's is so inexpensive that you can get 3 different sizes and just mix your own if you prefer, or if you want to do the easier route, I would check out Simon Says Stamp. I don't remember the name, but I will try to have links below for you guys. Stamp ink is number 7. And again, this is going to be a complete video if you want to go into, well, what kind of ink should I have? And I actually have a video completely on inks. So if you are trying to figure out which type of ink you need, I will have that video listed below. But if you want to try to have just a few that you will probably need, I definitely recommend having one dye ink, an archival ink, and a watercolor, or I'm sorry, the Versamark or some type of embossing ink. I know 3 might seem a little crazy if you're just starting out. You could definitely go with just a dye ink, but the thing is you can't really do watercoloring with dye ink. So again, check that video out if you want to know more about the ink. Number 8 is an eraser. It might seem kind of silly, but I use this almost every single time I make a card. Now this eraser actually erases stamp ink. So I guarantee you're probably going to be getting stamp ink smudges on your cards, or you know, maybe something with a pencil or something like that. And I will try to find out, because I've just searched online and can't find out what this is called exactly. But definitely having a good eraser on hand. Number 9 is a clear acrylic block. So yes, you will most likely need this for stamping if you're using the clear stamps, but I also use this for watercoloring, and you probably will too. It's nice if you have distress inks to go ahead and take your distress ink and just pounce on some color and watercolor from there. I use it as a palette sometimes, and this really comes in handy. Plus, it's kind of a necessity for the clear stamps. And last but definitely not least, number 10 is a Wink of Stella pen. Now I have the clear one here, and you won't really be able to see right here, but this adds just a ton of shine. This may go along with sequins, but honestly, I really enjoy having both, and I use both on almost every single card. This is just a nice way to end off your cards, and I use this for many projects, so it's definitely worth the price. You can get an idea of what the Wink of Stella looks like here on this bigger flower, and it's just really pretty in person. It's definitely harder to see on camera. Those are the 10 basic supplies that I think every card maker and beginning card maker needs. I hope this video was helpful, and please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!